Strong and Banks, 7909. Right?
What's been going on today?
Nothing, I'm just having a little chat with the vaccine people. I was a bit shocked really that they thought it was appropriate to phone the police.
Alright guys, what you are about to watch is the moment a citizen journalist with nothing but a phone turns a routine vaccine clinic visit into a full-blown standoff with law enforcement. He showed up asking questions that nobody else was asking, in a public space funded by your taxes, and the response he got was police running his plates in a car park like he was a wanted criminal. No threats, no aggression, no laws broken, just a camera and the confidence to hold it steady. Watch how every officer who approaches him ends up admitting on camera that he has done absolutely nothing wrong, and yet the pressure to make him leave never stops. A sergeant shows up. Arrest threats get thrown on the table. And through all of it, this man does not raise his voice once. By the end, you will be asking yourself one question in a free country. Why is filming in public the most dangerous thing a person can do?
Just thank you. Right, what's your name?
My name is PC Strong.
Strong?
Yeah.
Got an arm wrestle?
Yeah, as in we.
What's your shoulder number? 7783, thank you.
Can I ask why you're filming?
Well, I think this is national importance, don't you?
I was just asking you your reasons, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
It's a national importance.
Well, it's public interest, lots of people interested in this subject. Obviously, it's on the news all the time, isn't it?
Are you on about the COVID centre or?
Well, this is vaccination centre.
Yeah, is that
Yeah.
what you
Oh, yeah.
mean? Right.
Right. What's your name then?
PC Banks.
Banks. Strong and Banks. 7909. Right?
What's been going on today?
Nothing, I'm just having a little chat with the vaccine people. I was a bit shocked really that they thought it was appropriate to phone the police.
I think they're a bit shocked considering it says inside every COVID vaccination centre with patient confidentiality.
Yeah.
You should be recording inside there and you're...
Yeah, but I didn't film any patients. And they know I didn't film any patients because I asked the patients if they wanted me to talk to them and if they wanted to be interviewed.
Okay. How comes one of the receptionists
I'm not giving you my name.
You're not giving me your name?
No.
Okay. Why is that?
Because I don't need to, do I? There's no lawful obligation, is there, for me to give you my
So
name?
we'll run your vehicle through RPN.
Alright guys, this audit goes south real quick. A citizen journalist shows up at a COVID vaccination clinic with his camera rolling, and within seconds the police are already running his plates. No crime, no aggression, just a man asking questions in public. Watch how fast the system reacts when someone dares to document what is happening right in front of them.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, you don't know that, that's my vehicle, do you?
Oh, if you got out of it, I'd hope you're insured on it, to be fair.
What?
Otherwise that's an offence in itself, isn't it?
Well, it's not actually on the highway, is it?
You'd have driven it here. No, I know there's 260 here.
Not necessarily.
What is your purpose of being here? If you...
This is a
got any
community
intention-
centre and I'm a member of the community.
Okay, that's fine. What would you like to do today then?
Well, like I say, I mean, if this building was on fire, okay, and the fire crews were here, I'd be straight down here with my camera, and I'm sure the firemen would be quite pleased to be filmed and to be, especially if they were rescuing people and saving people. It just seems strange to me that the response of some heroes on the front line is that we're going to phone the police doing something wrong. That's more the response you'd expect to get from somebody who's smashing a jewellery shop window and stealing the jewels.
So I think their concern was that you were inside filming other people. And
No.
it was that medical confidentiality, that was their concern, all right?
Right, now they know that I wasn't filming anyone because they objected that I was filming the receptionist.
Okay. Were you?
Yeah,
Well, why were you filming the receptionist?
because she's on the front line of a national emergency.
She doesn't want to be recorded. Data protection says that she doesn't need to be.
Yeah, but do you want to be recorded?
Not really, to be fair.
No, but have I got a right to record you?
Do what you want me.
Yeah, but have I got a right to record you?
We are in the public domain.
Right.
So.
He wastes no time making his case. He tells the officer straight, if this building was on fire and crews were saving lives, nobody would bat an eye at a camera. But because it is a vaccination clinic, suddenly filming becomes a problem. This is the moment he plants his flag, and the officer has no clean answer to knock it down.
She is working in her private job. I would say no.
Well, I would say she's in the public domain. She's doing the vaccination thing, which is government paid for and funded.
Vaccine here today, sir.
What's that got to do with anything? That's private and confidential.
I'm just wondering why you're here.
I've just explained to you.
So is everyone else that is in the vaccine centre getting a vaccine.
No,
Therefore, by you recording it, You're not letting them have their personal space, and instead you're recording it.
Yeah, but I've already
you don't
told
wanna
you.
tell us
I've
if
already
you're
told you,
having
haven't I, that I'm not filming people who are getting the vaccine. I was interviewing the people in the centre, the staff. So I've already told you that.
This one.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah, the gentleman is here. He's joining us, and he has refused to give his name. Could I run his vehicle through, please? Yeah, it's Whiskey Foxtrot 57 Alpha Zulu Victor. Should be a grey BMW. Is your name Brett Chamberlain by any chance?
No comment.
Yes, yes, please.
Why are you so concerned about getting my details?
Because you don't feel very cooperative, and we're just trying to speak to you, mate.
Well,
Now it gets legal. The debate shifts to whether this site is public or private ground. He argues it is government funded, taxpayer operated, and wide open the officer pushes back with staff privacy. But here is the thing: he never filmed patients. He filmed staff running a public health program. That distinction matters more than either of them lets on.
speaking to you, the only thing I haven't told you is my name. I mean, you've got a duty to give me your name, you're a police officer. I haven't got any obligation to give you my name. I'm doing something perfectly lawful and legal in the public interest. A lot of people are interested in this subject, and yet you think it's appropriate to nefariously get my details from my car.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm not actually that bothered about giving my details. It's just a matter of principle that I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm perfectly within my rights to film in public and talk to and interview the people on the front line here. I don't think it's appropriate that they've called the police. Do you think it's appropriate they called the police?
Well, you've made someone cry, so I need to go and check why they're so upset, don't I? Did you enter the building?
No.
Okay.
It's community centre anyway. It's community
Bear with me
centre.
2 seconds.
Yep.
And I'll come back.
Okay. Do you think it's appropriate use of police time?
Sorry, I'm just on the PTP to my sergeant.
He flat out refuses to give his name, and the officer cannot force it. No legal grounds, no offense committed. The officer even admits it on camera. This is textbook rights assertion done clean. No shouting, no drama. Just a man who knows exactly where the line is and stands right on it without crossing it once.
My colleague will be fine to Sorry, I was just on wasn't being rude to you.
That's all
Just
right,
on
thank you.
PTP there.
I've noticed that though, quite a lot of police officers, they kind of like come up and speak to a member of the public, and then halfway through a conversation they'll sort of get distracted on their radio.
Yeah.
And I think,
I mean,
you know, like if I did that, if I said, you know, we were talking, I was just, yeah, all right, yeah, I'll have chicken and chips, yeah, right. That'd be kind of rude, wouldn't it?
Unfortunately, Brett, it's just one of those things. We've got lots going on in our ear. We've got officers all over Mid-Devon, East Devon, Exeter. There's lots going on. We need to keep our ear out, because if a proper emergency comes in, I might have to deploy to it.
Yeah, you're assuming my name's Brett.
I'll call you Sarah if you prefer.
That would be nice, thank you. That's a rare thing. I met a police officer not long back, and he said that he won't be calling me sir.
Okay.
I thought that was...
I'm happy to call you sir.
Thank you.
Until,
Very kind
as
of you,
such,
thank you.
you are disrespectful to me.
I won't
And
be
you've been
disrespectful to you.
absolutely fine.
No.
So I feel like this is okay.
Yeah.
And for now, let's leave it at that.
No, I respect the police, okay, as long as you respect the citizens of this country's rights.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
know, I've got a right to film, I've
You
got a
do.
right to ask questions, I haven't got a right to be rude, I haven't got a right to be hostile. I think I've got a right to film people in public, especially people who are being funded by the government and carrying out a public service like that.
You do have a right to film. I've not said
Yeah,
that you haven't.
yeah.
The concern is that you may cause some distress to a female inside. That's why we're...
So what, harassment, alarm and
I
distress?
don't know. I haven't been inside. I do not know. But the call has come in, so we need to just investigate it, don't we?
Yeah.
We need to take everything from both sides.
You do. Do you think that the police always seem to take the side of the complainant. That's quite interesting, I find.
I would say no. You
Well,
take both sides of the story. If you were to be arrested, let's say, you get your side of the story as well by means of questioning.
And here it is. The officer says it out loud. You have a right to be here. 4 words that flip the entire encounter on its head. He then pushes the officer on why police always side with whoever made the call. The officer struggles to deny it. This is the single most important exchange in the whole confrontation, and it lands perfectly on camera.
No, it needs to be investigated in full, doesn't it? And we take everything as a whole as opposed to one person's perspective.
I found that the police seem to take the side of the complainant.
Okay.
As you sort of come down here, for example, not you, but other police. I'm not necessarily saying you, because you've been as good as gold, to be fair. Right? They get a call, they come down, and they think, well, what can we do to sort this situation out, this problem? You know, and maybe in this case, you might think the solution is for me to go away. Yeah, but a sort of impartial view would be, well, he's not doing anything wrong. There's no crime being committed here. So it's not a police matter.
Okay, I can understand your perspective as well.
Yeah.
That's absolutely fine. I'm saying to you, we need to find out what's happened.
Yeah.
Okay. We need to see if someone has been affected by your presence here. You have a right to be here. That's fine.
Yeah.
I've already said that. But we need to take everything as a whole, don't we? I can't just take your word for
Yeah.
it, because then she wouldn't be happy. And I can't just take her word for it, because then you wouldn't be happy.
Do you think it's important that people stick up for their rights?
I think it is, yes.
Yeah, I don't think so too. That we go out and we protest and we say what we think, what we feel, as long as we're not saying anything obviously that's offensive.
Everyone has a right to their own opinion and
Yeah.
to voice that opinion, but it's how it's done, isn't it, sir?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, she on the phone still. I like your hair like that, by the way.
Thank you. I did it myself, actually.
It must be quite difficult.
Do you know what? I've had horses for years, and I think just constant platting them for different shows and things like that are just...
I've got a great
Second
question
nature
for
now.
you then, as a police officer, because I've often wondered this, right? Why do police use horses in like protests and stuff like that? I can't see the benefit of it.
It's public order. We don't have horses in Devon and Cornwall, but we have them nearer the bigger cities like Bristol, so Avon and Somerset have their own horses for public order.
Okay.
So do the Metropolitan Police.
I mean, as I see it, most people go, oh, look at the horses, aren't they lovely, yeah? And it's probably the equivalent of you having a lovely little kitten tucked down your front there, right? And nobody's going to thump you, or a male officer, you know, if you got, instead of rather a bullet stab-proof vest, you've got lovely little kittens. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So, like, I don't see any practical reason for horses other than the fact that people love animals and nobody would want to hurt an animal, so therefore they have respect for the animals.
The tension drops just enough to breathe. The officer actually agrees that people should stand up for their rights, a remarkable thing to hear in the middle of a standoff. The conversation drifts, but do not get comfortable. This calm is thin, and something heavier is building just off screen. The moment a sergeant gets mentioned, everything is about to change.
Not equivalent to wearing kittens down your stab-proof vest.
No, they're used as a public order tool. If you try and move a horse, it's going to be a lot harder than moving a person, isn't it? So if you've got some horses there,
Yeah.
they can form a much better barrier for crowd control if necessary. That's
Cool.
why they use it.
But that horse was startled not long back and ran off, didn't it? And the police officer got hit in the face by the traffic lights. Oh, you must have seen that.
No, I didn't
The horse
hear about that.
bolted. I think someone might have thrown a firework, and the horse bolted, and this lady got a traffic light right in the face, and she got knocked off and quite badly injured. And I think, well, again, you know, like I don't see the point of horses in the city in protests. You know, another thing, what about if a horse kicks some? Yeah.
That's why we're here.
Well, this is
It's
what
that
I'm
kind of
asking you.
thing. It's an opinion.
This is why I'm asking you. So, like, you say, oh, it's public order, but that hasn't given me an explanation as to how having horses at a protest.
I just said to you, crowd control. That's
Crowd
why
control.
they're-
But I don't understand that either.
Okay.
Like, okay, a horse could kick someone in the face, couldn't it?
I suppose it could.
And it could be a completely innocent person, a young lady, and you probably know how dangerous a horse kick can be. You can get killed by a horse kick,
Yeah.
and we don't know when an animal's scared that they're not going to kick out.
They're highly trained animals, but I do not have enough experience with the mounted section
All
to
right.
give an opinion on it.
Okay, fair
All
enough.
I'm saying to you is that they are used for public order in crowd control.
It seems to be like an old thing from like years ago, before we even had cars and anything. We used to have the cavalry. There seems to be a throwback to that. I can't actually see any practical application in modern policing.
Well, that's okay. If you can't see
No.
it, then that's fine. But lots of people do.
So you don't fancy a job then in mounted police?
I might one day.
Yeah.
No, wait and see. See where it takes me.
Yeah.
I like Devon and Cornwall though.
The small talk about police horses is just noise. What cuts through is the mention of a sergeant by name and the detail that this filmmaker has been unlawfully arrested before and won compensation. That changes everything about how you read this scene. He is not new to this. He knows exactly how it works, and the officers are starting to realize who they are actually dealing with.
What's his first name?
Not going to give you his first name. He's a Tiverton sergeant. Just speaking with him.
I think I have, yeah. I think he investigated a complaint where I was unlawfully arrested by a couple of thugs.
That doesn't sound good.
No.
So on this occasion, well, I'm just going to talk about this instance.
Okay.
We're not going to talk about smoking cannabis or fox hunting and whatever else is going on.
Right.
Essentially,
You don't do that,
a
do you?
member of staff here
Yeah.
is being quite upset by your questioning and things like that. So whether there's an offence there or not,
Yeah.
whatever. But
Okay.
right now, what we're going to do as officers is ask you to leave the area.
Right. What's that
Based
then?
on the fact that you're distressing and causing a bit of alarm to the people that are within the building.
Right.
So if you choose not to leave,
But am I doing anything
continue with
unlawful?
that, then we could consider a course of harassment,
Right.
which is based on more than one occasion.
Right. It's 3 occasions, I think, isn't it?
More than one.
Okay.
So it can be 2. So by us asking you to leave right now, and you choosing to stay,
Right.
would be a breach of that. So
Well, I
I'm
haven't-
asking you, just as a civilian to civilian, if you could leave the area to stop causing them a bit of an alarm and distress and harassment, because essentially what they're trying to do in there is provide vaccines to people of the public.
Yeah.
And right now they're focused on you because they're a bit unsure about what's going on, and by the fact that they've sent a member of staff home who's been quite distressed and upset,
Right.
doesn't seem very fair.
But I didn't say anything unkind to her or rude to her. I just, she said to me that
We
she...
don't know her background, so, and I haven't had the chance to speak to her, but she's obviously been upset enough to go home, which doesn't seem very fair.
Well, I'm not being funny, but it's probably not appropriate to put somebody...
The sergeant steps in and the tone shifts completely. Leave the area or face harassment charges, that is the offer on the table. A staff member has apparently gone home in tears, and they are putting that squarely on him. He apologizes for her distress, but refuses to accept he did anything wrong. Watch how the sergeant frames leaving as a favor when it is clearly an ultimatum dressed up as a request.
For you to do that then? To leave the area?
Well, you didn't say that. You said that if I go in there and harass them again, because I don't think I have harassed them, but if you're saying that is...
So harassment, alarm or distress.
Yeah.
You've caused distress to the female who's therefore gone home.
Yeah, but you
The
could be
alarm
dressed
is
as a
being
clown,
caused to
couldn't
the
you?
people.
You could be dressed as a clown, and somebody could be scared of clowns and burst
Someone
into tears.
asked me to stop standing in their face and recording, I
Yeah.
would do so to stop the fact of them being harassed. So
Yeah.
you're causing alarm now to the people that are stood inside on the basis that you've made one of their colleagues cry who's gone home.
Yeah.
You're still pursuing that course where you're recording them, even though they've asked you to stop. They're
Right.
trying to protect people's information, like their names and stuff like that, and the identity of those who are going in to go and get medical treatment, because that's
Yeah.
what a COVID vaccine is.
Yeah.
It's a treatment.
Right.
Well, not a treatment, it's a vaccination, and we don't record inside doctors and things like that. So we're just asking you to leave the area. It's quite simple, but if
Yeah.
you don't, then
But-
we'll go further.
Well, hang on. You said that if I go in there again and speak to them, you'd say that would be possibly harassment. Yeah. And now you're saying I've got to leave the area, and I've got a right to be here. This is
We
a
are
community centre.
Sir, we're asking you to leave the area. Okay?
Yeah, like I said to you earlier, you'll come down here, instead of being impartial, you'll take the complainant side, and the solution will be to tell me I've got to leave the area, even though I'm in public property, I'm in a community centre, I'm a member of this community.
We could quite simply
Why-
ask someone to leave a Tesco's car park if we think that they've been being a bit abusive to someone.
Am I
or
being
causing
abusive,
distress
though?
or
I'm not
anything
being
like that.
abusive.
No, of course you're not.
We haven't said you can't. There's more actions here.
Yeah.
You are welcome to film here. We have said that to you.
Thank you.
But when your actions are...
He fires back with one of the sharpest analogies of the whole video if someone is scared of clowns. Does the clown get arrested for standing in public? The officers have no real answer. He talks about democracy, freedom of speech, and the right to film in public spaces funded by the government. Every word is measured. He is not losing his temper. He is making a record, and he knows it.
We don't want this to go any further.
Yeah.
All right? You've been respectful to me,
Yeah.
and I feel like I've been respectful to you. I
Yep.
will respectfully ask you now to leave the area. okay? Because it is causing people concern inside.
Right.
All right?
I don't have to leave the area, do I?
If you
What are you going to do if I don't leave the area?
I'll
Yeah,
get back to you on that point.
All right.
Go ahead.
So do you know what are you going to do if I don't leave the area?
we can arrest you.
What for?
We can arrest you for Section 5 public order. Or
Section
prevent
5
a
public
breach of
order.
peace.
What's Can you tell me?
You were telling me about it earlier, so why don't you tell
Well, I
me
don't know.
what you know about it?
Well, I don't know about these things, but I expect the police to know about these things because it's your job.
I do know about it.
But I can't believe I'm actually doing anything unlawful by standing here with a phone.
You're not doing anything unlawful with the phone. Because
Right.
if you were doing something unlawful, we would have taken the phone off of you, wouldn't we?
Yeah,
Exactly.
right.
And I haven't said.
Yeah, but you're threatening to arrest me now, weren't you?
I haven't threatened you.
You
I
did. You
have
said you might arrest me
You're
under
not
public
listening-
fire.
You're not listening to me.
Okay, go on.
I have said politely and asked you, as has my colleague, to leave the area because you have caused someone harassment, alarm or distress inside, so much so that they have had to go home from their job. You have made a woman cry by going in and filming her. She's asked you to stop and you have continued to film her against her will. That has caused her to be so upset that she has gone home from work,
Yeah.
and it has alarmed the rest of the staff in the building, as I'm sure probably civilians going in and having their COVID jab. If you don't believe in having the COVID vaccine, that's absolutely fine.
Okay, well, I never said that, have I? I've never.
It ends with a direct threat of arrest under Section 5 public order, and he does not flinch. He demands to know precisely what unlawful act he has committed. The officer cannot name one. That silence says everything. He stood his ground from the first, second, to the last, without raising his voice once, and the camera caught all of it. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and we will see you in the next one.